acompaña y todos los que tuvimos el mérito de recibir de él una bendición, de estrechar su mano, de recibir su calidez. Realmente nos cambió la vida y nos hizo mejores personas el simple hecho de estar en su cercanía. Yom la yom, todos los días decía algo. Un hombre que día y noche estudiaba y se entregaba por Am Israel. El gran legado de Rabino David Yosef es Echpatiut. No nada más la palabra en su traducción sencilla y literal, que es tener en consideración a los demás, sino que realmente entregó su vida para que hoy en día tengamos un mundo sefaradí con honor, con kavod, que hoy podemos llegar a Israel y sentirnos realmente en casa. Creó instituciones sin las cuales, además de los libros que escribió, sin las cuales el mundo sefaradí, como lo vemos hoy en día, no existiría. Nosotros escuchamos que hubo grandes personalidades en la historia del pueblo judío, pero así nuestros ojos también tuvieron la oportunidad de ver, no nada más de escuchar. Y ese legado es el más importante. David Yosef, ¿no? David Yosef Shlita. Es como está escrito en la Torah. Vayar memachakito beta aretz kinaema, vayet shichmo lisbol, vayile mas obed. Un verdadero Talmid Jajam, a pesar de todas las comunidades que puede haber en el mundo, lo que decide es viajar de país en país, de ciudad en ciudad, reforzando y dándonos esperanza a todos los judíos del mundo y en particular a los judíos del mundo sefaradí para que crezcamos. Recientemente escuchamos sus palabras, salieron de todo su corazón para darnos un impulso hacia el futuro. Alguna vez hubo shofetim en Israel, jueces en Israel, pero también hubo muchos jueces en Israel que se cruzaron de brazos, ish tachat kafno betachat te'enato. Gente que a lo mejor podía haber hecho mucho por el mundo judío, por Clar Israel, pero el caso de Rabino David Yosef no es así. Él va, como Shmuel Anabí, de lugar en lugar, de ciudad en ciudad, dando de su energía, de su fuerza, de su entrega, para que el pueblo judío realmente tenga las raíces cada vez más profundas y más arraigadas. Y no nada más está trayéndonos bendiciones, sino que se preocupa de saber qué pasa en cada lugar, qué pasa en cada ciudad, qué pasa en cada comunidad, para ver cómo poder ayudarlos. De estas manos recibimos bendiciones. De esta boca sagrada y santa recibimos los mejores deseos.
I'm here in Mexico for 1 week, but I'm coming here at least 3 times a year. And I visit all the communities here, Baruch Hashem. Almost, I think you have here 40, 50 synagogues. Almost no one I didn't visit. Here, I came many times. In the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, and I'm impressed when I see the developing of the community. Baruch Hashem, developing of the community, it means that people that don't know anything about Judaism come to that place. Your place, this place, is the connection between people and Judaism. You know, Am Israel went to exile almost 2,000 years ago. And from place to place, if you ask everyone your sources from where, no one can tell you one country. His parents maybe came from Turkey, but 200 years ago, maybe from Lebanon, Syria, 400 years ago, 500 years ago, from Spain, Germany. So the Jewish people, after they went to exile, they became everywhere, almost everywhere in the world. And they survived. No one nation survived after so many years like Am Israel. We survived only because of the Torah and the mitzvot. We survived. You know, usually, every country to be a nation, they need something. They need, every country, they have a flag. Flag, it's very important. In Enlace, Israel, we have a flag. You know, it's like talit. National anthem. I don't know Mexico, I know in Israel we have a kippah. And currency. Maybe you don't like the peso, but this is your currency. That's it. Yeah, we have shekel, dollar, euro, and language and land. Language is very, very important. To talk the same language. Some countries, they don't talk the same language, and it's not good. Look at Canada, French and English, and Quebec, they want to separate because of the language. I went to Montreal once, and everybody knows English there, but they don't like to speak English. I made a speech in English, they didn't like it. They like to talk French. They hate English. Why? Because they don't feel connected to Canada. And Belgium, they have the same problem. And some, Switzerland, some more countries, they have that problem. But if we check the history of the world, the most important thing to become one unit, one nation, is the land. Land. People are connected to their land, and land can create new country. An example. 500 years ago, Columbus discovered America. So people from Spain went to Mexico. You know the history of Mexico, Hernando Cortez, what happened with the Indians. So at the beginning, Mexico belonged to Spain. And they took all the money from Mexico. It was like settlement of Spain. 200 years ago, people said, no way. They stopped it, and what happened? New country developed. Why? Because it's different land. Different land. The same thing with the United States, with England. More than 200 years ago, they were fighting and they became a new country. And the connection after that, they separated, no connection. An example, Mexico, you know that United States were fighting against Spain in the year, I think, 1898. It was a war between the United States and Spain. What Mexico did? Nothing. They didn't care about that. Why? Because they are not citizens of Spain. Even our great-grandparents were from Spain. We are not Spanish anymore. We are Mexicans. New country. You know, I want to tell you a story. About 20 years ago, I came to Mexico, and somebody here, his name was Yitzhak Saba, alav shalom. He invited me to his office. And that day, he had an appointment with the US ambassador. 30 people from the United States and 30 people from his office were negotiating with also representatives of the government, negotiating about business, to make business, his office and the government of Mexico with the United States. Official meeting. So I came, he told me, I want you to go to the room, to come with me to the room, and shake the hand of the ambassador. I told him, okay. He said, but Rabbi, please be polite, be nice, because he's a very important man. He's very close to the president. Clinton, he was very close to Clinton. I told him, okay. I came to the room, I shook his hand. And Mr. Saba told him, this rabbi is son of Rabbi Ovadia Yosef. He is one of the biggest rabbis in the world. The ambassador, US ambassador said, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef? Of course I know who is Rabbi Ovadia Yosef. He is a powerful man. He has in Israel a political party, and nobody can make government without him. I told him, wow, how do you know? He said, you know, I was an ambassador, US ambassador in Egypt. So I know all the politics of Israel. I told him, good. And the ambassador said, I want you to tell your father, you, the Israelis, you are thieves. You stole the land from the Palestinians. Because of that, you have terrorism. You want to stop the terrorism before you speak about terrorism. Before you speak about peace, first of all, give back what you stole from the Palestinians and then talk. When he said that, I smiled to him. I told him, you know, you are absolutely right. But you know, at the year of 1848, it was a war between the United States and Mexico. You stole California, Texas, Arizona, Nevada. I told you first, give back what you stole from Mexico and then talk to me. So I want to ask you, when the United States stole the land from Mexico, Spain didn't care about that. They didn't care. Why? Because Spain is Spain, Mexico is Mexico. Different country. The land created a new country. As I said, United States, Mexico, all the Central America, South America, Brazil and Portugal, no connection now, Argentina, Chile, all the nations became independent. The land created the land. I think, in my opinion, and I think many people agree with me, in Israel, at the year of 67, we conquered the West Bank. We had to send the Palestinians to Jordan or to Lebanon. They are stuck there. They are on their land. They want now to be independent. Because everyone that is connected to his land, he has self-confidence. At the time of the first Bet HaMikdash, there was a king, his name was Sanherib. This king was very smart. He conquered a country. Then he conquered another country. He switched people from here to there, from there. So he mixed all the world. Why? He said until people get used to their land, new place, they are in exile. Until they will get used to that, it will take 50 or 100 years. For the meantime, I'm the king. Always it's like that. People are connected to their land. Except one nation, Am Israel. We love Eretz Israel. We pray every day, 3 times a day we pray about Eretz Israel. ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים. ברוך אתה השם, בונה ירושלים, המחזיר שכינתו לציון. We pray Zion, Yerushalayim, the Holy Temple. But on the other side, 2,000 years, we survived. We are still a nation. Why? Why all the nation lost their identification and we didn't? One answer, Torah. We have Torah. we have Shema Israel. Every Jew say the same Shema Israel. He is in the United States, he is in Australia, everywhere. We feel every Jew goes to a synagogue, he feels home. He feels home. This is our Torah. And unfortunately, in our last 2-3 generations, we lost many Jewish people because they stopped keeping mitzvot. No Torah, no mitzvot, no synagogue. What happened? They got married with Goyim and we lost them. They are not Jewish anymore. So the only thing that kept us as a nation, it's our Torah, our mitzvot, our Chumash, our Siddur. I want to tell you a story. In Spain, at the time of the Inquisition, so no one could be Jew in Spain. Every Jew, they caught him, they bound him alive. You know ISIS? They are tzaddikim if you compare them to the Spain Christians. Yeah? So some Jewish people, many Jewish people, from outside they behaved like Christians and they kept their Judaism in secret. One Jewish man, he had a son and he was afraid that they will catch his son. They knew, the church knew that his sources, he was Jewish. So what he did, he thought, my son will be a priest. Priest, nobody will think that the priest himself is a Jew. Impossible. Priest, Jew. So he sent his son to study to be a priest. The son became a priest, but from the other side, he knew that his father is Jewish. Underground of their house, they have a synagogue, minyan. So every day, the priest used to pray. After tefillah, he used to take off his Jewish kippah and to wear clothes of a priest. He went to the church. And he was very smart, very young, and he became a bishop and higher to higher level until he became the cardinal of Spain. #1 in Spain, cardinal. And nobody would think that the cardinal is Jewish. Cardinal. One day, he got a message to come to the palace of the king, very urgent. He went, the king told him, look, the Minister of Finance, the strongest man in the country, he is very sick, he's going to die. Please, go to him and say confession with him before he dies. Okay. He went to the room. When the minister saw him coming, he was very weak, but he turned, he showed him his back. Why? He thought, why? Maybe he's Jewish like me? Not impossible. Cardinal and minister of Jewish, impossible. And probably he just did it, or maybe he doesn't want to confess, he feels he's not going to die. So he told all the people in the room, please leave the room. They left the room, and he started to say the tefillah. He started to pray, and the sick man closed his eyes. He looked at him, he saw that he hardly is breathing. A few minutes later, he saw the man stopped breathing. And he was sure the man is dead. And he thought, maybe he's Jewish. And if he's Jewish, every Jew wants to die with Shema Israel. Shema Israel. So he didn't think twice. He whispered at his ear, Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad. And the man was dead. He left the room. The doctors came back to the room. And they checked his hand. Yes, he was alive. And they gave him medicine here and there. And a few hours later, he again opened his eyes. And he got better and better. After a few days, he could walk. He could walk, and then he became completely healthy. He went to his office. The first thing he did, he sent a message to bring the cardinal. The cardinal came. He closed the door, and he told him, "Thank you for coming to make confession, but thank God I didn't need it. I'm healthy." The cardinal said, "Yes, but I had to do that. I'm happy to see you are okay." He said, "Yes, but I want to ask you a question. When I closed my eyes, I hardly could breathe, and you thought I'm dead. And then you whispered in my ear a few very, very strange words. I want to know now, tell me what you said." When the cardinal heard that, he was shocked. He was surprised from the question. He became white and he started to shake. That's it, they got me. Now they will burn me alive. And the minister said, "I saw your face turn, became white, and you started to shake. Why? Why?" He couldn't answer. "I insist, tell me what you said to my ear." He couldn't answer. The minister said, "Oh, I see you don't want to tell me. So I will tell you, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad," he said, and he kissed me. Then they made a plan, they ran away to Amsterdam, and they became again Jewish. So Rabotai, under the Inquisition, Jewish people could find each other. How? Shema Yisrael. Torah. This is our connection. Rabotai, here in Mexico City, there are many, many people that lost their connection with the Jewish communities. Every community has that problem. Some people come only Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur. One community, the president, in the end of the tefillah, the night of Yom Kippur, he jumped, he said, "Rabotai, next year, our tefillah Yom Kippur will be at 6 o'clock. People were laughing. He could tell us now about next year. He said, but they don't have another opportunity to tell me. I can see you all there. Yeah, Rabotai, it's sad to see how many people we lose. How many mixed marriage, intermarriage we have here in the United States, everywhere. So our mission, I think the mission of the generation is to bring back people to Judaism, to bring them back to the synagogue, to feel they are connected to the synagogue. The only one way to teach them Torah, if you make propaganda, you make publicity, that here they have classes, they can find their identification. Here they can find, if they are young, a girl, Jewish girl, to get married if they want. And the synagogue, here it's not only the synagogue, it's a community. It's not like Israel. Everybody is Jewish, they go to the synagogue, they pray, goodbye. That's it. Here, the synagogue is the community, the connection between the people, among the people. So Rabotai, it's very, very important to bring people here. And the rabbi will give them Torah. The rabbi will teach them Judaism. And I think you don't have only one rabbi. Under him there are a few rabbis, Baruch Hashem. And the people will be interested to, at least to know, to understand. You just have to give them the information and to bring them here. You have here a committee, Baruch Hashem, they love Torah. They want to develop the community. As I said, I met the president a few months ago. I was very impressed. I know soon it will be a new president, Be'ezrat Hashem, but he will continue. He has experience. All the ex-presidents, we have many ex-presidents, Baruch Hashem, all of them have experience. Together we will work. You will bring more and more people to Judaism. The place will not be full only on Yom Kippur. It will be full every day, Be'ezrat Hashem. Every day. Rabotai, Herzl said, when he said about the state of Israel, in the end he said, Im tirtzu endu agadah. Im tirtzu endu agadah. It will happen, the revolution here, it will happen soon. Amen, Ken Yeratzon.